Councilman Reagan.
I thank all the council members for their dialogue that we're having here. It's educational. This is exactly the type of dialogue that we want the community to come in on. This is the type of stuff where 12 of us here, 10 of us this evening, thinking of these thoughts. We can open this dialogue up to thousands of people who will then give us their, many professionals will give us their intake of what the vision of the town is. Our most prosperous time has nothing to do with a building in this town. It has to do with our art fair. Buildings don't make towns. You have a great town. You have a jewel of a town. And now we're in the process of saying, let's try this and let's try this. Well, let's hear from the community who own it before we decide a conference center is what we want here. And as for the library lot being decided, I remember I was on the council when we were talking about should the city hall go here, where it now is, or over there. We were close to having the city hall next to the library. And then we talked about dead zones and things of this sort. Activity is what we need in this town. We have it now in the downtowns. It's very crowded. People love coming down there. You will have to pay for that underground parking structure for sure. That's going to cost us something. So we better bring people in and keep that place very active. How do you do it? By having more people there. Not a stationary group. We already heard that at $200 and something a night for a hotel room. What is the likelihood of it that conventioners are going to come to Ann Arbor in the wintertime? So I think we have to keep all of this in mind and open the dialogue up. The stakeholders, you appointed stakeholders who said, I'm not a stakeholder. That was peculiar to me. The university said, I'm not a stakeholder. I don't want any part of this. I'm not joining in. The library never took a vote. Never took a vote of the library board. So two stakeholders are now removed from the table. The community was never a stakeholder. I think when we set the next table up, there ought to be community members present, and you will hear a tremendous amount of good ideas coming forward because the town is passionate about what the town is. And the town people who live here are proud of this town, as I am, and I believe that we need to reconcile those differences that developers may have from outside who say this is such a great idea for your town. Well, thank you for the suggestion. We had people who can decide here what we want. You've elected to live here at a great cost. I was talking with a young man, 31 years of age, who was raised in this town. Recently said to me, lives out on Huron Hills Parkway there. He said, and the words he used I don't want to repeat publicly, but he's about to have a child and a young family who we want to come in here. This is what we're saying, 30 years old. We'd love to get him in here. I can save more taxes by moving out there. I can save $4,000. Whoa. Think that way. This town has to remain affordable. The more you put big things that are very expensive here, the cost goes up. You drive people out. We lost 700,000 people, right? Yeah. No, we lost 700 people in the last census, I believe.
600 and change.
Okay, 600 and change. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And during that same time frame, Dexter doubled. We can't control this movement. We have no control of this. People can move as they like. I would love to see younger people come back, get in our schools, keep our schools strong, keep our community as we know it. It's not adverse to change. Change will take place anyway, and I think it's disingenuous to say you don't want change. Change is inevitable. We all fall apart, you know? But we're here speaking as a community as to what our future is, and you have every right to voice that. And your voice is valuable as far as I'm concerned because you're the ones who have paid for all of this, for all of us to maintain this lovely city that we do have.